Start clapping now. Keep the energy up. Your first comedian hails from Cleveland, Ohio, winner of the funniest person in Cleveland competition. Show some love for Mr. Mike Head, everybody.
Columbus, how you doing? Yes, my last name is Head. No jokes, okay? I like how this crowd is broken up into sections, though. It's like real world, like over here. It's like hillbilly hand fishing, right? Right in this area. It's like BET 106 in Park. Waiting to exhale. Back. This is cool. This white guy doesn't think I'm funny already. It's like, I didn't know Kobe was gonna be here. I should have brought my camera. It's cool. Glad to be here. I'm from Cleveland, but I stay in Akron right now. Single black man living in Akron, so you know what that means. I had to start dating fat white girls. So it's like a city ordinance down there, man. I got pulled over for that crap. I was like, man, where's your fat white girl? Step out of the car, please. It was terrible. But I'm glad to be here at the Funny Bone because we do, you know, as comedians, we do weird gigs. I did a show down here, actually, in Columbus, at a place called Caribbean Jerks. That's not the bad part. When you go into a Chinese restaurant, you expect to see Chinese people working there, right? When I walked into Caribbean Jerks, the whole staff was white. And I was just like, wait a minute, is this the Caribbean like when the French took over? Because I'm confused. So I told the owner, I was like, man, you should have called this place the Cracker Barrel because this is ridiculous. This is false advertisement. That's what that is. So all you guys are racist for laughing at that joke. But I like being black, but I don't like being stereotyped. Short white guys ask me the same question all the time. What do you think they ask me? Dude, how tall are you? They ask me the same thing all the time. Dude, you got to play basketball for somebody. You 6'6", 6'7". And I'm like, this is a stereotype. Don't do that to me. I'm going to start flipping and doing the short white guys like this guy. Okay, I'm going to start going up to him like, dude, how tall are you, little fella? You got to be like 5'4", 5'5". You a horse jockey, ain't you? I saw you on Seabiscuit. That's where I remember you from. Secretariat? I don't know. Maybe. So, yeah, man. I do. I love being black. Any black people in the room, make some noise. I don't know why they're all sitting over there, but don't ask me. I don't know them. But yeah, man, I like being black because we got a lot of influence on stuff like the housing market. Just want to talk about that for a second. Like, for instance, sir, you're a white man. I'm going to talk to you for a second. If I moved next door to you right now today, I could probably knock about $50,000 off the value of your home. Just like that. I'm like, is that a black man outside cutting his grass? That's a violation, ain't it? Got to get that fixed. Oh, man. Anybody broke in here besides me? Broke people, clap your hands. Okay, it's just this side of the room. I'll stay over here. I'm a thrift store shopper. I shop at the Goodwill a lot. I think it's too much. I shop there at least 3 or 4 times a week. Actually, I shop at the Goodwill so much. One time I accidentally bought some of my own damn clothes. I'm like, man, this is a nice ass jacket right here, and it fits. Look at that. So I don't like being broke, man. You can always tell broke people. When you're broke, you notice other broke people doing broke stuff. Like, I know all the poor people at the gym that I work out at because they don't have regular gym bags. They just got all these bags, just walking, just. That A is for Adidas player. That's what that is. But and then I grew up like on hand-me-downs, knockoff clothes, all that kind of stuff. I never had a real polo shirt. I was always wondering why my polo man was so much smaller than everybody else's. I was like, Ma, where are you finding this stuff? And it wasn't until I got older I realized I didn't have a polo guy. I just had a little Mexican dude sitting on a donkey. That was it. He didn't even have a polo stick in his hand. It was just a leaf blower. He was just sitting there just like, I don't play polo, Holmes. Looked in the tag and said Marco Polo. I'm like, Man, what is this? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. I didn't like that. I didn't like being broke. And then, like, I fly when I do comedy. I like flying because people get irritated. The body scanners. Have you seen those at the airport? People was in front of me complaining. This is an invasion of my privacy. I can't believe this. I was like, how do you feel about it? I'm like, man, I ain't got health insurance. Move out the way. I need these free x-rays. I was in the security office like, can I get 2 copies of these, please? It's terrible, man. You got to fake it till you make it. I'm telling you. Gotta fake it until you make it. Who are they blaming the economy on? Who do you think? Take a wild guess. Barack Obama. That's my boy. I like Barack, man. I love him. But they're blaming everything on him. It wasn't his fault. And I keep telling people, you got to leave Barack alone. He's a black man. He'll quit his job and get on government assistance, okay? It's going to happen. Black people didn't like that joke. But I like Barack just because, you know, he's hanging in there. He's doing his thing. They got to stop blaming stuff because he's going to quit. I'm telling you, he's going to quit one day, and it's not going to be pretty. He's going to come to a press conference with, like, skinny jeans on, a blunt in his hand, and he's going to, you know what, I'm going to show you right now. I want y'all to give it up for your president real quick. Put your hands together for President Barack Obama. Thank you, America. Okay, thank you. America, I know you don't like me very much. Actually, it's starting to piss me off. Okay, so here's your 2-week notice right here, buddy. I'm telling you, that's how he's gonna quit, man. But I'm proud of him because he hasn't done anything stupid. Like your boy Anthony Weiner. Like, you remember that? Took a picture of his thing, and his last name is Weiner. How stupid is that? That joke just wrote itself, people. Okay? My last name is Head. It's just certain stuff I can't do, okay? Just got to stay away from it. So, but I like Barack not because of his politics, just because he can make stuff sound important. I like his voice because he can make anything just sound, you know, inspirational. He'll come to a press conference and talk about nothing, and the press will be right there asking him questions. He'll come to the mic like, thank you, America. America, after my long, successful trip overseas, I want to let you know that I am very, and I mean very, I'm constipated. Thank you. And the press is like, so how hard is it? It's a good question. It's pretty hard. But I'm telling you this, America, I'm not going to let this thing beat me. I'm going to keep on fighting. I'm going to keep on pushing. In fact, when I sit down tonight, I'm going to say, yes, I can. Because I got the spirit of America right there in my rectum, buddy. Are you with me, Columbus? Thank you. Dude stalls a lot when you ask him questions. You ever notice that? When you ask him a question at a press conference, that's a good question. Let me explain. And I'm just like, man, can you imagine this dude high going through your drive-thru at like 2:30 in the morning? I would quit. I don't know about you. He comes through your drive-thru at McDonald's high as a kite. Let me get a double cheeseburger. No cheese. 1 patty. No buns. Then he just drives off, right? He comes back around. To drink, I want something fruity, non-carbonated. And for Sasha and Malia, you know what? They're not even back there. Screw it. I'm telling you, man. I like Barack, man. I like Barack. I see a lot of beautiful couples here tonight. Couples, clap your hands. You guys sounding real excited. Yeah. Married people in the house, clap your hands. Okay, it's like 4 married people in Columbus. Everybody else is shacking up. I was married. I want to get married again one day. My wife left me, okay? She left me a couple years ago. And when I tell people that, people are always like, oh, you know what? I'm just like, I didn't like her that much, okay? Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. But I wasn't mad at the fact that she left. I was mad at the fact she left while I was at work, okay? Because when I got home, I thought I got robbed, all right? I did. I came in the house, and I did. I thought I got robbed, and I tried to explain this to the police. I was like, hey, y'all, I need to come quick, man. Somebody just broke in my house and robbed me. Wait a minute. It looked like they just robbed my wife and my kids because all my stuff is still here. I'm gonna call y'all back. It was terrible, man. I'm telling you. And I was married to a black woman. Rob was talking about, dating black women. I was married to a strong black woman, okay? She was strong physically, not mentally. She was strong physically. I found that out when she pushed me, okay? She pushed me into another room, and fellas, I had to laugh it off like I wasn't scared. So I laughed it off. I said, girl, you better stop playing pushing me like that. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I think I need to call the cops. And I just peed on myself a little bit, too. I might not win this fight. It's terrible, man. And you can't do single stuff like when you get married. You can't. Like, I used to get up for work real early, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, get dressed. And, like, she would still be asleep. And that was an issue for us because she didn't like for me to turn on the lights. It was like sleeping with a vampire. I'm serious, because when I would turn on the lights, she would turn over like this. Turn off the lights. And I'm like, so that means I got to get dressed like a CSI agent, okay? I got my little flashlight in the closet like, what is this? Is this blue or black? Is this brown? So that means, like, when I get to work, I get outside in some good light, I got on mismatched socks and a thong, you know what I mean? And I had it on backwards. I'm like, wait a minute, I knew these weren't mine. This is terrible. You could at least cut the tags off. This is ridiculous. Hated that. My family was happy that I got a divorce. They were. Threw me a surprise divorce party. Bet you had never had one of those, did you? They did. They had a banner. Said, welcome back, dumbass. That's what it said. For real, man. And then they had a life-size piñata of my wife hanging from the ceiling. We didn't even have sticks to beat it with. We just stabbed it with pocket knives all night. Like, it looked just like her, and it was full of shit. So, I'm still healing, people, okay? That's where these jokes are coming from. Don't judge me, okay? You can't do single stuff when you're married. You just can't. When you were single, you come into the house anytime you want to. When you were single, you come in home from work, just walk straight into the house. When you're married and you got a family and you come home, you sit in the car just a little bit longer than you used to, don't you? You turn off the key, it's like, oh, God. Why is she home every time I get home? It's terrible. It is terrible. And then when you ask guys, like I like talking to guys about marriage, because when you ask a guy, you about to get married, they always sound like they're about to take their best friend off life support. You ever notice that? Like if I ask this guy, you about to get married? Yeah, man. Had to do it, man. Y'all gotta go sometime, right? Like, really? We talking about marriage or death? What's going on? But we got along a little bit. We argued a lot, but we got along sexually. I'm not gonna lie. But like when you're dating a girl, she tricks you, okay? Females, this is what they do, okay? That's what she did to me. She could put her leg like behind her neck, that freaky stuff. Had me thinking she was a contortionist before we got married. And then 2 years into the marriage, I thought she had rheumatoid arthritis. We be in the bed, she's like, put my legs down. I don't like this new wheelbarrow move you keep talking about. And hurry up, Basketball Wives is coming on. Like, that's just plain old disrespectful right there. Then my dad and my mom, they were getting ready to get a divorce. My dad asked me for advice. He was like, son, your mother won't let me touch her. Last time I did, she wanted me to hurry up and get up off of her. What am I supposed to do? What would you do? I'm like, first of all, Dad, ew, okay? Let's start there. That's pretty nasty. That's a weird conversation to have with your mom. What are you supposed to say? Mom, come here for a second. Let me holler at you. You ever thought about giving Dad some head every once in a while? Mix it up. Do it on the way home from church. I'm like, do you shave down there, Mom? What's going on? You look like the civil rights movement about the crotch. Like, that's an afro, Mom. You can't do that. I know that was nasty. I took the joke too far, okay? But I'm not gonna lie. She even told me before I get out of here. She told me she liked my sex, okay? I'm not gonna lie. We got along in the bedroom, not outside the bedroom, but in the bedroom it just went down, okay? Every night. And she rolled over one night and she said, Mike, you know what? I love your penis. I was like, really? Tell me more. She was like, it's not too big, it's not too small. It's just right. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. The hell does that mean? Like, just right. And I'm like, this ain't oatmeal or porridge, Goldilocks. You can't just be saying, this is just right. Fellas, we want to be feared when we walk into the bedroom, right? Want to be feared. Like, when I walk into the bedroom and unzip my pants, I want Jurassic Park music to start playing. You know what I mean? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear African drums beating in the background. I even want to hear Mufasa narrating everything that's going on. Can you imagine that? Remember who you are. You are my son. Do not disappoint me, Michael. That's how I envision my sex life. I don't know about you guys. But I'm Mike Head. Thank you for having me out. Good night.